What is going on, guys? You're supposed to say welcome back to the channel.
Oh, welcome back to the channel.
Alright, so as you saw in the previous video, Streetcar Joe is wheeling the tank stang this weekend. No, wheeling, not wheeling. Hopefully we're not doing wheelies. No, hopefully not.
I need to get the shot. Man.
Yeah, it'd be a cool picture, but that's not going fast. So, tonight's Friday night. It's testing for the flashlight shootout. And I had to work till 8 o'clock, so Joe headed out there around 6 o'clock, and him and Brady are seeing if the tank stang can get down in Amarillo. So we added a bunch of weight, and really, like I was just telling Kennedy, the biggest thing here is just trying to make a good A to B pass, and then hopefully got enough power up top, because it's hard to hook here, especially on a radial, and it's like 7,200 DA, so it's like totally different than what we're used to racing in like Oklahoma City and Dallas. But Joe, we're gonna see if Joe really knows his shit today. So they've already made one pass, which I'll insert here, and it actually didn't spin off the hit. It spun a little up top, super slow ramp, because he wasn't sure what the track would hold. So now it's just gonna be seeing how much they can turn it up and see if we can't get it to make some quick passes tonight. And then we're gonna enter True Street, and I can't believe we're doing this, but we're entering, well, Joe's entering small tire with it tomorrow, which I think he's crazy for, but he wants to go some rounds. So it sounds like Joe's gonna have some fun with the car, and I get to sit back and watch my car race, which is gonna be super weird, but I'm kind of excited. It'd be cool, like, to see the outside perspective of my car. So we are headed over to the track. Just got off work. Ken Dog got in from Lubbock. Tomorrow's the actual flashlight shootout. Tonight's testing. So we'll see you guys over there. Look at this guy. Dude, it's actually, this is the cleanest it's ever been. Look at this idiot. God. Joe has taken over my car. He did a really good job cleaning it. So, made a first pass, went A to B. It's got some weight back there, don't worry. Joe, how was driving a slow car for once?
Dude, it wasn't slow. I don't know why you keep saying that.
Yeah, I know. 7,200 DA. It's not bad.
Dude, I'm telling you, for what that just did off the trailer with the tune-up, that's, I'm telling you.
Were you nervous driving or no?
I wasn't nervous, so I told them I didn't think about the crash at all, except when I was coming up to the staging lanes, I was driving up, I was like, oh, I'm going to go right lane, see if they think it's funny. But other than that, no, like, as soon as I got strapped in, because that was when I was just driving it up there. Yeah. As soon as I got, like, strapped in, it was business use. I never thought about it, comfortable. Yeah. I was ready to go. Car felt great.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, it was no drama-free, exactly what I need.
Yeah. Now it's time to turn it up.
Oh, yeah.
Man, that alignment is...
I'm not turning the headlights on!
guys know how it is. Never stop working on the car. Got the driver's side done already. Took out the new Strange brakes. I did have TBMs on before, but I decided to switch for some Strange brakes. And so got the driver's side on already. And we're working on the passenger side now today. Car's always on jack stands because we're always trying to go faster. So hopefully guys enjoyed the video. Joe testing the car at Amarillo Dragway. That track is super tricky. Both lanes are just not that great. It's Amarillo. So the problem with Amarillo is the base isn't that great. I've talked about it a few times before. The base of the facility is not that great. They don't have the best equipment to really prep it that well. I mean, we do sell the flashlight shootout as a prepped race, but we typically let people know, we try and let people know that Amarillo Dragway, if they don't know already, it's a tricky surface to get down. It's definitely not no prep, but it's more like, we call it marginal prep. They definitely prep it a little bit better for the flashlight shootout than other races that they do there. There's just not a lot of heads-up style racing at Amarillo Dragway. There's a lot of bracket cars, index racing, all that type of stuff for slicks. Typically, people don't take radials down there, except me and Joe. But hopefully, you guys enjoyed the testing at the flashlight shootout, testing on Friday night. You guys, the next video you'll see is us, well, Joe actually racing the car at the flashlight shootout, which I had an awesome time. It was a crazy, crazy turnout. Some people were getting a little wild in the stands, and you know, we had to kick some people out because they were just getting a little too crazy. And I just can't stop looking at this freaking Streetcar Joe. Had to put his signature on my windshield, but I'm really excited to show you guys the video of Streetcar Joe racing the car at the flashlight shootout. It was a ton of fun, and it went a lot better than expected. And I really couldn't help Joe out at all. I had to really focus on paying attention to the race and making sure everything was going smooth there. If you guys have never ran a race before, it is very, very stressful. And if you think you can run one, go run one and let me know how it goes. It is a very stressful event, especially when it's large like the one that we had or like Streetcar Takeover. I always talk to Chase and Justin about that. It's definitely different running the event, being on that side of things. And that's typically why I never race my car, is there's just no way that I can race my car and make sure the event runs smooth as possible for the fans and for the people racing in the race. So Joe unfortunately wrecked his car, so I told him that he could race my car, and I helped him work on it all week. I went out with him testing, and pretty much Saturday night he took it all on his own with a few of our buddies to race the car, and he actually did pretty well considering this car has never gone down Amarillo. I took it down once, made 3 passes, blew the tires off, and had a leak, and so I took it home. So really Friday night, the night you just saw testing, was the first night we actually made the car get down Amarillo. We added a ton of weight to the car. We added another rear spacer to the car. We completely changed all the shock settings. I got to make sure I change them back before, well, when I go out of town racing here the next week or two, which I'll update you guys that in the next video. But literally completely changed everything on the car, changed how it left. And that's what you have to do to get down Amarillo, whether you get the left lane, whether you get the right lane. No matter what you get, Amarillo is super tricky. You have to be able to adjust your suspension. You got to be able to adjust your tunes. And you'll see some people, you know, blew the tires off. Some people wrecked their car. I mean, even Joe blew the tires off once or twice. And he probably could have won another race, but he blew the tires off. Not too bad, but he did blow the tires off. And that's just part of racing. But that's the fun about the flashlight shootout, is you could have a car like mine, and you could go some rounds. You could have a car slower than mine. You can go some rounds. You could have a car faster than mine and not go some rounds because you're not as good as adjusting the suspension or the tune-ups for the track, or you've never been to Amarillo Dragway before. But luckily, Joe used to have a C6 Z06. It's an IRS car, so he had a ton of data on IRS suspension and a radial going down Amarillo Dragway. And, you know, my car's different. That was a Pro-charged car. This is a turbo car. They're about the same horsepower, close to the same weight. His was obviously a little bit lighter. His was an F1X Power Glide C6 Z06. It was a badass car. If you guys never saw it, it was legit. You can go to his channel. I think he finally changed it to Streetcar Joe. But you can go to his channel and see a couple like in-car videos. That car was insane. But it was like Joe was way ahead of the time in Amarillo because people, I mean, he could just beat like small tire cars, true street cars, outlaw street cars. And honestly, it fits some of the daily rules too, because I'm pretty sure it still had AC actually. Joe, comment down below, but that car was insane. And so anyways, he had a lot of data from that car that we were able to transfer to mine. Like I said, they're about the same weight. Mine's a little bit heavier, about the same power, both IRS and both trying to get down on a radial. So we had some previous notes to go off of. And that's why you guys, I was talking about this with one of the guys at the track, is anytime you have data, you should save it because it'll help you down the road. Like the reason why people are able to go so fast any track they go to, there's a lot of people that Joe hangs out with and they can just go fast at any track they go to. They just have so much data. So the track temp, you know, what the track's pulling, how sticky it is, the actual weather outside, the weight of the car, the power of the car, the tire you're running. There's so much data within what's going on, you know, suspension settings, all that stuff. There's so much data to be had that when you use it, you should keep it, because that way down the road, you never know when you're going to need it again, if you're going to go back to that track. Even if you get a car with more horsepower, less horsepower, you know, maybe you're going to run someone else's car, you'll know how to get down. So gathering data from different tracks, different temperatures, different DAs, all that good stuff, it's all good data, and you always want to keep it because obviously it'll come in handy someday. So I'm really excited to show you guys the racing video from the flashlight shootout of the Mustang getting down with Streetcar Joe behind the wheel. That's going to come out on Sunday. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this video testing. And if you guys like the video, make sure you hit that subscribe button. I will see you guys on the next one.